Recently, President Obama, you chastised those who you quoted as being obsessed with bringing our troops home and ending this war in Afghanistan. Obsessed is a strong word that the dictionary defines as someone who is compulsively preoccupied with a fixed idea or unwanted feeling or emotion, or a compulsive, often unreasonable idea or emotion. I can't speak for everyone who wants to end this war in Afghanistan, but I can tell you that my own feelings are anything but unreasonable. It seems, Mr. President, that you don't understand nonviolence, or you consider it an unreasonable idea. Let me remind you, sir, of the great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who was committed to nonviolence, and it was with the help of this obsession of his that he became the most prominent figure in the civil rights movement, which would one day allow you the opportunity to hold the prestigious office that you now call your own. What I don't understand, Mr. President, is the world's obsession with answering violence for violence. That in some way we can ward off attack by instilling in our enemies a deep fear of retribution. Help me understand the mindset that says it is better to kill a man to save 100 instead of being able to face death for pure moral and ethical reasons. Our justification for our violent deeds have appeased us for too long, and I, for one, will no longer stand for these perverted principles of justice. There is no way to bring back the lost lives of our loved ones and countrymen, just as there is no way to bring back the ones we have killed. And as there is no way to bring about true justice for the lives that have already been lost, the only possible outcome of our involvement is to terrorize a people into abandoning their own violent ways. It is a sickness to think that violence can ever conquer violence. It's a sickness that you have, and it's the very same sickness that the men who organized September 11th had. You and these men are all terrorists, hiding behind the idea that what you do is somehow holy, somehow good, and somehow approved by your own personal God. I know that you are not unfamiliar with the idea of unnecessary wars. You campaigned against the failed Bush policies in Iraq, but since taking office you have taken those policies that supposedly did nothing for Iraq and used them heavily in Afghanistan. Which not only makes you a liar, sir, but a coward for not standing beside the principles you had before entering the White House. The ideals of nonviolence should not be relegated for certain and special circumstances, and it should not be labeled as an obsession when it is applied to causes that you disagree with. Nonviolence takes the greatest courage of all because it says that you are willing to die for the life of your enemies. My God says that I should love my enemies as myself. And in that simple phrase, it is my greatest love and greatest triumph to die for someone who hates me or wishes me harm. And so should our nation in great times of crisis be able to make the same decision, that if we truly believe in peace, if we truly believe in freedom, we should be able to die in our pursuit of these means and ends, and never kill for them. Blood on our hands destroys the very nature of our cause and who we profess to be. I have one more thing to tell you, Mr. President, from the people that I represent as well as myself. I forgive you, and may God have mercy on us all.